going on, my tacticians, and welcome to another theme team. You know, it's been a while since we did one of these theme teams, you know, with the team and theming them together so that they fit it together in some strange way. Something similar to the 6 for First Squad. But in any case, this theme team is going to be for the Johto and Alola Cup. And specifically, we're going to be looking at the Pokemon we find in Alola. So get yourselves ready, sit down, let's do this. So, what is the Alolan Zappers Squad all about? That is the fun part about this team. It's because we're going to be using a lot of electrical type Pokemon, and we're going to be dealing a lot of electric type damage, specifically of the zapping kind. So first off, we're going to be starting off with probably the linchpins of the team, Tapu Koko. That's right, first off of the linchpins, it's going to be Tapu Koko, and he's going to be setting up the electric surge. Now, I gave Tapu Koko here a timid nature. You're going to want to run the timid nature, I almost said tapid nature. But in any case, timid nature Tapu Koko with the choice specs, and we're going to be maxing out our speed and special attack. And we're going to be running the moves Discharge, Electro Ball, Dazzling Gleam, and if you can somehow manage it, Hidden Power Water. Now, the reason why I put Hidden Power Water is because one of this team's biggest weaknesses is going to be ground type Pokemon, and well, nothing ruins a ground type stay than, you know, Hidden Power Water. But, you know, if you can't manage Hidden Power Water, I think maybe Tapu Koko can learn Grass, not 100% sure. But in any case, moving on to the second linchpin, we're going to be looking at Alolan Raichu. Now, Alolan Raichu is going to be your secondary linchpin. It's going to be using the Surge Surfer ability to make sure you deal damage and you outspeed your opponents. So you're going to be running probably a modest nature. You don't have to worry about a timid nature. You're not going to be outsped by a lot of Pokemon unless they're choice scarfed and of the really fast variety. But with that Surge Surfer ability, you're going to be moving faster than most other Pokemon on the field. And of course, you're going to be running the Life Orb with the Fake Out, Discharge, Detect, and Psychic Attack. Now, the reason why you're going for the Fake Out is for Fake Out damage and another Discharge user. So there is a reason why you're using Discharge on multiple Pokemon. So first off, we're going to be using Discharge for Alolan Raichu just for dealing massive amounts of damage, just, you know, getting out there, deal what damage we can. And because and the third member, the reason why we're going to be running so much Discharge is because Manectric, people. Manectric is going to be running the Lightning Rod ability. And specifically, we're going to be using the Electrium Z to deal as massive amount of electric type damage as physically, or in this case, special attackingly powerful or possible. I don't know why I said powerful, or you get what I'm saying. Now, the reason why we're going to be having Manectric on the team and why we have Tapu Koko first is because we're going to be switching out Tapu Koko. So we could switch out Tapu Koko. We can either switch him out manually, or, you know, actually we're going to be needing to switch him out manually because we may run into other Tapus setting up their own types of terrains, and we're gonna want to switch back in Tapu Koko at a later time, which is why we switch in Manectric if we have to. And this is where the Discharge strategy comes into play. Because we don't have to worry about hurting ourselves with the first 4 electric types, we can safely run the Discharge and deal electric type damage to all Pokemon on the field. And the only thing Manectric suffers is it gets a little jolt, but that little jolt increases its power with the Lightning Rod ability. And for, you know, just for the sake of it, we also have Discharge, just because you'll see why. Again, it runs into the 4th member, which is Electrifier. But we also have a Timid Nature for maxing out our speed. We have Flamethrower for some flame coverage damage, and we have Signal Beam to deal with those pesky bug type Pokemon that for some reason aren't immune to flames. But, you know, also they don't deal with dark types just because, just for some extra coverage. Now, we also have, for the 4th one, we have Electivire. Electivire is on the team because he wants to beat people up. He just wants to beat up everything in front of him. And that is where the Brick Break, the Fire Punch, Ice Punch, Thunder Punch come in with the Motor Drive ability. Every time he gets hit with an electric type, he will increase his speed by 1 stage. And we have some leftovers just in case we need to, you know, help us increase our you know, increase our health just a little bit each turn, just to give us some survivability, some sustainability, and just overall to stay in the fight. And we have Brick Break on the move pool because there will be a lot of reflect barriers, a lot of light screen users, and of course one of the fun favorites, we have the snow warning, and I believe it's the Aurora Veil setup. Yes, the Aurora Veil setup with the snow warning. There is where we bring out the Brick Break, shut down those barrier users, keep them from setting up their barriers, force them to play our kind of game. And that is what Electivire's strategy is all about. Getting in there, just punching people, and just, you know, making them play our kind of game. Now, these 4 electric types are not going to be the answer to everything. You're gonna run into some problems, and that is what the next 2 members of the team are for, and they are Drifblim and Megalopunny specifically. So, Drifblim, it's gonna be your standard Baton Pass Calm Mind setup with Protect and Shadow Ball. We're going to be giving ourselves the Unburden ability and the Electric Seed because we want to give ourselves as much speed as possible. Trick Room teams will be a problem for us, but outside of those Trick Room setters, we have a lot of speed to our advantage, and we're going to make as much use of it as possible. We can set up the Baton Pass so that we can go into Pokemon such as Manectric or Raichu or even Tapu Koko just to make even more use of that Electro Ball move. And for our next Pokemon, I also forgot to mention that the nature of the Drifblim is going to be a Calm Mind setup with a max Special Defense, 148 into the defense category, give ourselves just a little bit more defensive power, and 108 into the HP, give ourselves some more sustainability just to keep Drifblim in the fight. And now finally to the final member, it's going to be Megalopunny. That's right, Megalopunny going to be going in with the Fake Out Drain Punch Last Resort setup with Adamant Nature and, you know, max speed, max physical attack. This is basically all this Megalopunny is going to do, but it's going to deal a lot of damage, people. It's going to deal a lot of damage if you give it just enough setup. And if you happen to get a chance to go into a +1 speed Lopunny with, you know, +1 special attack, all the better. That is what Lopunny wants to do. It wants to get in there, deal some damage, deal lots of damage, hit Earth back, and heal back any damage it takes, and finish anyone off it can with the Last Resort setup. So there you guys go. That is going to be the first of many themed team squads going down. Once again, we're going to be going off with Tapu Koko, Raichu, Alolan, Manectric for the Electrium Z Lightning Rod ability, Electivire with Motor Drive, Brick Break to deal with those barrier setters, Drifblim for the Calm Mind, Baton Pass setup with the Electric Seed, and finally Megalopunny for just pure damage dealing alongside the Electivire. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys make use of these team suggestions, and I will see you tacticians next time. Bye bye.